Hi, welcome to Classic Car Cave. So this video is on the Citroen. I'm trying to work on the original headlights and the radiator grille. If you've been watching before, unfortunately the grille, I've talked to the chroming people, the people that did a lot of work on my E-Type and my XK, and they're not interested in doing it. They won't even dip it in acid. I think it's because the material isn't good enough, or it's made of pig iron, and they're concerned they won't get a good job out of it, and therefore they don't want to do it. So basically any work on it's got to be done by ourselves somehow, some way. So chroming's probably going to be out of it. These guys are very good, and if they won't do it, I'm pretty sure nobody else will. That being said, I'm going to try and get the headlamps done. They might be of good enough material, so I'll take them up there, and the same thing applies. If they say no, then we'll have to try and repair them the best we can ourselves and paint them. It's as simple as that. So that's what this is about. So I'm going to be doing some work on the grille, explain what I'm going to do. I've done some work on the headlights already, and the next video at the weekend will be on the XK150, but I will try and get some other things done onto the Citroen. Now the summer's here, I intend to take the Citroen out of the garage, take it down to the bottom garage, and leave it down there while we're doing all the welding. Lots of stuff's got to come back off, there's a lot of cutting to do, and I'd rather do it down there than with all the cars that are in good condition and sparks going everywhere. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so I want to work on these are the original headlamps from that 1936 Citroen, and they look like they're fairly solidly made, but as you can see, the pivot point in them is absolutely corroded to hell. There's nothing left of it, so they need to be replaced. I've got one here that I'm working on, and what I'm going to do is, fortunately these are only made of they seem like they're just lead or aluminium rivets that are in them, but they're absolutely knackered. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to punch them out and get the whole thing out. I've got two off there already. Take these three off, and that should drop away. Then I'll take these to Grass and see if they can hammer them out for me, and re-chrome them. Again, if they won't touch them, then we'll hammer them out and we'll have to paint them black or whatever colour. But fortunately, the good thing is this is the original ring, but there's only one lens, and look how old the bulb is, or the system that's in it. Little side light there, the main bulb. But fortunately, these spare XK from the XK150 they're not far off fitting them, and I think with the lamp fitting itself we could make that work. So that's good news, and I've got two brand new ones of them, but I wasn't happy the way the edging went on it, but I can redo that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on these now and get these knocked out, and see how they look. I'll bring you back when I've got one out. The alloy, for sure. Right, so we'll see if that lot. There you go. God, look at the state of that. There's some serious corrosion in that. So I can remake something and make a new ball for it, and that's it out. It all needs cleaning up. Some rust in there. But they would be lovely if I could put them back on and give them a clean up. So I'll take them up to Grille sometime next week and see if that's possible. I did give one of them a little clean off, and you can see, look, there's the copper showing through, but I don't know what the material's made of. Maybe the headlights were better than the grille, but possibly the same material. But they need somebody really skillful to knock them out, so I hope they'll take them on. Maybe they will. I hope so. This is nothing. I know it looks bad, but that's nothing compared to the way that front bumper was on that XK. So this will be a doddle, because it's quite thin compared to that heavy stuff that was on there. And I'll do the same now with this one. Take this one out and see how that goes, because they look super, those big headlamps. And the thing is, if that ring fits, then all it means is I've just got to get the same headlamps, but I can get them without the J or leave the J in them, and that will fit in here. And yeah, maybe I can make a new set out from the Jaguar, because I'm never going to be able to find this again. To find the glass or a ring for a 1936 car, it's just not going to happen, and that's absolutely buggered inside too. So I'll see if anybody wants them. Theme Sud, what is it? Bouvet, whatever that means. So I'll turn this way, I suppose. Anyway, it's a good start, so I'll get this one done. I'll see how we get on. See, what I've done there is I've just taken off the top, because obviously they're rounded and the drill's going to spin off. So I've just taken the very top off so I can get a punch mark in. I've done these two, and the same here, and you can see because it was already dented in, I was just catching the edge there, so that's why I just took the top off. So I'll drill these three out, that should drop out, and we'll go from there. So you can see how these are made up. They've got like a captive dome on them. They've obviously been pressed down, and then they've had this captive dome put on them. You can see this one's still intact. So there's the two little arms over the top, and that allows then this bolt to come out, and you can see with the swivel area on it there. But these still work. So what we need to do is I can use the original ones, because trying to find this kind of stuff's very difficult. So I can use that original dome, and all I have to do is recreate these and use exactly the same system. Probably bolt it in rather than rivet it. But they're definitely alloy rivets that's in them. So what I'll do now is I'll pull this one apart and get that bolt out. And so all I've got to do is basically is remake them, because they absolutely shot. I mean, they are fairly thick, but they're just, no, I think they're just too bad. I can recreate them anyway, that's not a big deal. And that will allow me then to swivel the headlights to where they need to be, hopefully. Look at it then, they're so thick, the material, I think they might sandblast up. Save an awful lot of work. It's extremely thick, that material. The nice thing is, you see, you've got that captive nut area there where it fits right in, perfect. I think what I'll do is try and give them a clean up and see how they look. It's pretty strong material. Over-engineered, if anything. It's not a waste, because whichever way we're going to use these, whether we knock these out ourselves and we fill them or whatever we do, I'm definitely going to use them. I mean, to buy something like this in a auto jumble at Bewley, they want an arm and a leg for this kind of stuff. So it's worth doing, and I think it'll look right on the car. So yeah, I've just pulled them prongs up a little bit and straightened them. And I'll give them a sandblast and see how they come up. Save an awful lot of work. They're fine, all the threads are cleaned on them and they work. So there's no reason, theoretically. They have to come out anyway for doing the work on these if they can be chromed. So we'll see how we go with that. Interesting. I've made a decision on this. Unfortunately, they're quite poor. They're in quite poor condition, these things, and to try and get them straight might be quite difficult. The other problem is there's quite a bend in it, so it comes down straight and then it nips up at the end. And the reason for that, I'll take this. This is going to be the new frontage on it. It's stainless steel. And the reason is because of this piece here. So what it does is it comes down straight, and then it kind of wraps up where it meets this piece. But I've never liked this piece on the front. What I want to do is with these wings, these front wings, is cut them so they come in and around. So this piece is not there. Basically, that piece down is not there. So then what I want to do then is make the grille straight. So my plan is I'm going to take out these on either side. I'll try and leave this one in and see if we can get that straightened up. It's badly bent there and it's really bad at the bottom. If that's not possible, then I'll cut this one out as well, leave a V shape in it. And then I'll make a rod frame for it and then mount that onto it so that it fits on the inside. and I think that'll look a lot better. I won't bother with the cranking hole. You know, you try to turn this thing over, you probably break your arm if you got it on the wrong compression. So that's the plan, and they are the original holders, and these are, I only got these because I wanted the bulb set out of them, and I can probably reuse them. They're only 15 euros each anyway. They're off a Massey Ferguson 135, but I could reuse them again. And I was thinking more about this system in here, which is the bevel for. That was what I was really thinking about. Was trying to use that, but it looks like I might be able to use the old ones. We'll see. I might even put them on the back. Maybe mount them on the back on a swivel. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I've sandblasted one. In fact, I'll bring you the other one and show it to you. It's quite a mess. So this is how it looks. And this is, let me take it off there so you can see it better. So, big difference. It's still very potholed, but it's very thick. I don't know how many mil that is, but it's got to be 3 mil at least, so it's more than thick enough. And there's the bolt, and here, this is the stuff all cleaned up. Take this out of the way. You can see everything's cleaned up nice. Bit of pit in there, but pretty good. It all comes together nice. And you can even see the original black when it was built, the original black paint that's on it inside there. So basically that goes in there to swivel, and that's on the back end. But as you can see here, when this bolt goes through, it fits very nice in that square, or in that captive, and all I need to do is put them 2 lugs over it. So what I'll do is I'll paint that underneath first in here, and the bottom of the bolt, and prime that back over. I know it looks rough, and it is badly pitted, but there's plenty of meat in it, more than enough to lift up these lights. So, like I say, this is an XK bowl, light bowl. This is the XK light, and this is the outer. So we just have to adapt it a little bit to make it work, because this ring here, this is the bottom piece, has to fit right on top of that. It has to be in line with that back piece there. And at the moment, this lip is too big, so I'd have to take that lip off, which would reduce the strength a little bit because it's got an elbow in it, but I think it wouldn't be too bad. We can see. But yeah, I think I'll give that a paint up. That's more than going to do the job. It's a bit scabby, but you can't see it all internal anyway. So, but if it wasn't strong enough, I wouldn't bother. But it's so thick, it shouldn't be an issue. So I think I'll get that done. So I'll get this painted up tonight, and I'll show. The next video will be on the XK150, because we're starting to put that together a bit more now. Still waiting on some parts from the UK and Holland, but that will be the next video, probably at the weekend. But I'll crack on with this now. So on that note, as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and yeah, sometimes you have to make something from nothing. It is what it is. So take care everybody, be good to each other. Bye for now.